Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, people? Hopefully, I'm not too loud. My bad. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. Today, as you can see by the title of the stream, we have the Golden State Valkyries expansion draft. It's the first expansion draft since 2008 when the Atlanta Dream joined the WNBA all those years ago. So, I'm expecting. I don't know what to expect honestly, because I wasn't really as locked in as when I was. How old was I in 2008? Like 14. I wasn't super locked into the expansion draft, but now we're gonna see how this one works out. Tudo on the Twitch was good, bro. Salute, salute. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Hope all is well. Salute to everyone joining in the chat right now. Yes, people, I have the countdown at the top of the screen, so we still have about a little under an hour until the actual draft starts. It'll start at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a 30-minute televised special on ESPN. So I did have some things I wanted to touch on before the draft started. That's why I'm on a little earlier than than the actual draft. So appreciate y'all all tuning in wherever you are in the world. All right. So first, we're going to touch on some of the WNBA news that has happened since we last streamed. The last stream I did was the draft lottery, where the Dallas Wings won the number one overall pick. LA with the second overall pick. And who won the third? Was it who won the third overall? I can't even remember who won third. Who cares about third place, honestly? To be honest with you. But I remember Dallas and LA going 1 and 2. I know Washington was 4. They probably, was it Chicago 3 or Dallas 3? I can't even remember. Can't remember. But that's neither here nor there. We'll touch on some of the coaching hires, the GM hires. We even had some trade news or some a player news, or a player wanted to get released. We had a new team announced. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. All right. So on this was November 19th. The LA Sparks hired their head coach, Lynn Roberts. She was the previous coach at Utah University, the women's team in Utah. And now she is the head coach of the LA Sparks. Thunderhawk, what's going on? RC, my guy, what's going on? Salute, salute, everyone. Just going over some of the WNBA news that has happened since we last chatted. So salute to Lynn Roberts, got her head coaching position at with the LA Sparks. Salute to her. The next news that we had, let me see if I have it here yet. A couple days later, not even a couple days, like a couple weeks later. This isn't a coaching change. This is more of a GM hire. Morgan Tuck used to play at the University of Connecticut, ex WNBA player. I think she won a championship with the Seattle Storm. She becomes the new general manager of the Connecticut Sun. So salute to Morgan Tuck in getting that position. Connecticut trying to figure out what their next moves are going to be. They lost their head coach. They have some player contracts up in the air right now. They don't know what direction they really want to go in. So Morgan Tuck will be in charge of trying to get that direction in order. Yeah, Thunderhawk, we're going to touch on that in a bit. Tudo says, where do you think Jewel Lloyd going to go? Yeah, we're going to touch on that as well. You guys asking some great questions. I have that all scheduled to talk about. Yeah, RC, I know you're more tapped into the college game than I am. Lynn Roberts leaving Utah mid-season. So we're gonna touch on all of that in a bit when it comes to the Jewel and the tempos. All right, so salute to Morgan Tuck getting that GM position. And I think this might have been her first decision as GM or had a part in it. Rashid Mezian, head coach of the the Belgian national team. He's a French national. He is the new coach of the Connecticut Sun. I remember his face because when I was trying to check out Kennedy Burke, before Kennedy Burke came back to the WNBA with the Liberty last season, he was the head coach of her team in France, Villeneuve Ascq. So I did remember that face, and then the Olympics, I remember seeing him. So Rashid Mezian, is the new head coach of the Connecticut Sun. He comes with a lot of European experience. I think this is his first coaching position in the USA. So interested to see he how he adjusts to this Connecticut Sun team. I guess we'll see what direction they want to go in with him at the helm. And what players they end up keeping or signing in this offseason. So salute to Coach Mezian. And last but not least, the one that caught pretty much everyone off guard after the news was released, Jewell Loyd. It was released either yesterday or the day before. Jewell Loyd has requested a trade from the Seattle Storm. As you probably know if you've been paying attention, there was an investigation or allegations of mistreatment and bullying, harassment, not harassment, but bullying and unfair treatment within the Seattle Storm organization from the coaching staff towards players. It was reported that the Seattle Storm hired a independent firm to come in and do an investigation. And of course, when those type of things happen, they tend not to really find anything or no foul play. And moments later, it was reported Jewell Loyd has requested a trade. If you don't know Jewell, you should know her. She got number one overall pick in 2015, I believe. Played at the University of Notre Dame. She is a champion with the Seattle Storm. She's one of the only mainstays left from those championship years with Breanna Stewart and Sue Bird, of course. So Jewell Loyd, with Skylar Diggins Smith and Nneka Ogwumike joining the team last year, everybody was excited to play with Jewell. They were all excited to make their miniature, not miniature, but their version of a big three. And throughout the season, you could just see Jewell wasn't playing well, whether it was injury, whether it was adjusting to not having the ball in her hand as much as she did the previous year, or it was just things behind the scenes that they didn't seem to gel pretty well, and they got eliminated in the first round to the Aces. So, Jewell Loyd requests a trade that comes at a very interesting time, right before the expansion draft, where players can be traded in this expansion draft. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? Do you think Jewell Loyd gets moved tonight? Do you think they just protect her and then move her at a later date? What do you think the resolution is? If I'm Seattle and she really wants out, this would be the best time to try and get off of her contract. I mean, she only has 1 year, a 1 year deal left. I think she's getting paid over $200,000. 1 year supermax contract for Jewell. So it'll be interesting to see what decisions are made tonight in regards to Jewell Loyd now that she's made it public that, well, she hasn't, but it's been made public that she's on the market. So it's something to keep an eye on. RC says Jewell Loyd should have axed out the prior year when the team was complete trash. I mean, yeah, bro, but on that team, she was over here. She had the freedom to do whatever she wanted. She was shooting the ball. I think she led the league in scoring. They sucked. They only won like 11 games last year, but um, she was getting all the shots she wanted last year. It just this year, I don't know if it was injury or whatever, but those same type of shots weren't falling. She wasn't super consistent this year, and it's unfortunate because she was a Seattle Storm mainstay, and I thought she would finish her career there. But as they say, all good things must, or not must, but they come to an end. So we'll see what happens with Jewell Loyd tonight. I would not be shocked if she gets moved tonight for some picks or the Golden State Valkyries facilitating another trade to get Jewell to another team that really wants her and getting back some picks or a player that they really want. So a lot of wheeling and dealing can happen later on this evening. Thunderhawk said Jewell Loyd to the Golden State Valkyries. I mean, listen, she comes off the book next year. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't really hurt you in the end, right? Um, there's some news that just released that released probably about 10-15 minutes ago that we're gonna talk about in regards to some of the expansion stuff, but I just want to run through all of these things. RC says Jay, she toasted Caitlyn and crew with one eye. Oh yeah, I do remember that. I mean, Jewel Lloyd, when she's on her day, she can score. But as you saw last year, more often than not, she was not on her day. Con Landon, salute, always coming in with the facts for me. In 1998, the WNBA expanded aggressively, which they added Detroit. I got the Detroit shirt on now. If y'all ain't peep, sorry, yeah, Detroit. Um, and Washington, Minnesota, Orlando in 1999. Sorry, it disappeared. um Indiana, Seattle, Portland, and Miami 2000. Yeah. Um if I usually wear I have a lot of the t-shirts of those old expansion teams that are no longer with us. Those are the only shirts I really wear on stream. I don't wear any current team shirt besides my New York Liberty team. So throughout the season I've been wearing a lot of these teams that are no longer with us. Tudo says after 10 years in Seattle, Jewel wants to leave. Yeah, but the only way the Lord will agree to see if the storm fire Noel Quinn. I'm assuming that's what the end of that comment is supposed to say. But we'll see what happens with Jewel. We'll see what happens with Jewel. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets traded today. All right, let's get to some other news that released today. One moment as I get this all set up. All right. So it was it's funny how this happened. I was on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and all of a sudden I see people in the WNBA Twitter space talking about somebody went down to the drop down name of the teams and they had a Toronto Tempo team name in there. There was speculation that the Tempo stood for temporary and all this other stuff, but it ended up being true. I don't know if whoever was in charge of updating the website updated it too soon, and the announcement was supposed to happen when it did, but after all of that circulated, it was actually confirmed that the name of the team is the Toronto Tempo. Toronto Tempo. RC says should have made it more elegant than Toronto Temposi. Get out of here, man. Absolute Donovan, I just saw your comment. I'd send her to Phoenix, ATL, or Connecticut. Depends on what they can get back for that. So the Toronto Tempo are joining the league in the 2026 season. The team name was announced this week, so salute to Toronto. We're gonna go through a little bit of some of the details that were released about the team. So they explained on the Toronto Tempo account, they explained sort of the thinking behind the logo and everything like that. Maddox, we're gonna talk about that. Salute, salute. The significance of the six lines in the logo. Six motion lines represent the five players on the court, and the sixth player are fans in the stands. And the six, they call Toronto the six. 416 647, or the six boroughs. The six is in our heart. Yeah, Thunderhawks. Portland is also in the mix. I think I did the watch along for that press conference. I can't remember. I do a lot. That thing happened so long ago, but they haven't released anything as of yet. All right, so this is the secondary logo for the Tempo. This is their secondary logo. This is the explanation of this secondary logo. Always in motion, the opposite of static. The Tempo visual system leans into forward motion, representing not only the team's desire for progress, but also our collective hopes to see the game reach new heights. The consistent angle creates harmony throughout the brand. So this is all on the Toronto Tempo social media platforms. That's where I pulled it from. So we're just going through it. And third, their motion lines. The changes in line thickness and flow represent the different paces of tempo and the game. Basketball is a game of runs and pace changes. So they're really leaning into this flow, speed, rhythm. Um, uh, Flow, speed, and rhythm of the game of basketball, and that is why the Toronto Tempo was the name. RC, great question. What would the mascot look like? I don't know. Who knows? It better not. I don't know what the mascot will look like. Donovan said this is exciting though because with how much talent there is coming into these drafts, we need more landing spots for the players. Definitely with this team, you got at least 12 more spots coming in. And then in 2026 with 2 teams, that's 24 spots. So that's more opportunity for players coming out of college, players overseas to come find a home in the W. Thunderhawk said he likes the logo. What are your thoughts on the logo? Like it, hate it, indifferent on it? You had any better ideas? Let me know in the chat. All right, so we got about 43 minutes, which is just about what I expected after doing those first 2 segments, which we're on good pace here. Um, RC talking about the Portland ponchos. They might lean into something more with like the woods or floral or the rain. I think they have the women's soccer team is the Portland Thorns, the men's soccer team's the Timbers. You got the Trailblazers. So they might lean into something outdoorsy out there in Portland. Um, Thunderhawk says Chicago and the Fever are tipping off when the season starts. Hopefully they can get in the Garden. We'll see. Yeah, well, yeah, they did release the schedule this year. I released a video about the Liberty's schedule. So if you are a Liberty fan, I did release a video earlier today about the Liberty schedule and their home stands, their games on the road. So definitely go check that out. What's up, Maddox? Is Kennedy Burke staying with the Liberty? I don't know. She was only on a 1-year protected deal, so we're not too sure what that resolution will be. All right, cool. So we're going to take a look at the draft rules here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Boom. So the reason why we're all here on the stream today, the expansion draft takes place at 6:30. I have the timer at the top of the screen. We have about 41 minutes till the stream, till the expansion draft broadcast starts on ESPN at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Salute to everybody hanging out with me early as we're going through some of the WNBA news and in the lead up to this expansion. Make sure you leave a like if you're here. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new here as well. Really helps the channel out tremendously. Appreciate all the support. We're over 800 subs. Never thought it would get so high when I started doing this 2 seasons ago. But I appreciate all the support. Those who've been rocking with me for a while, those who are just joined over the past season, or those who just joined a couple weeks ago. I appreciate you guys all the same. All right, so let's tap into this expansion draft news. So this is what the Golden State Valkyries released on their social media platform to help people understand what the expansion draft entails. So who's available? Each team can protect up to 6 players from being selected. The Golden State Valkyries are permitted to choose 1 player from the rest of the roster. So, and it says athletes who have used their core eligibility are not available for selection. So I know a lot of people are confused about this aspect. The Valkyries can only choose 1 player from each team. They can't double up. So they can't, for the Liberty, grab Kayla Thornton and Kennedy Burke or Courtney Vandersloot. It's only 1 player from each team that they can take that have been made available. And with the core designation, it's something like the franchise tag in the NFL. If the player has served 2 core designation years, like a Alyssa Thomas or a Bree Jones, not Alyssa, like a Bree Jones or a DeWanna Bonner or players like that, they cannot be selected in this draft. Yeah, so no, yeah, perfect, Donovan. So no DB, no neck up because they've already been cored twice already. Correct. That is absolutely correct. All right, so are trades allowed? Like I just mentioned, about the Jewel Lloyd situation. Yes, there is an option to make pre-draft trades during the period between when the team roster lists are submitted and the day before the expansion draft. So let's say the Valkyries are going to take a player, but another team wants that player. They could sort of facilitate a trade, in order to get who they want and provide the other team with the player that they want as well. So all those negotiations are happening behind closed doors at the moment. And last but not least, will you take free agents? We may select 1 player from all 12 teams who is set to become a 2025 unrestricted free agent. So the player has to be becoming an unrestricted free agent in order to be taken and it's only one unrestricted free agent they can acquire. They can't sign multiple unrestricted free agents at the moment. Alrighty, so that is the expansion rules, just on a base level. But I wanted to do with the 38-ish minutes that we have left is to go through every team and see the players that I believe are going to be protected and the players that will be made available. And then we'll probably make it interactive, and I'll write down some notes of the players that we probably decide who will probably end up being taken. All right, so let's get into it. Salute, salute. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share as we dive in. So we're gonna go in alphabetical order. So don't think I'm doing any favoritism. We're going the first team that was on the list all the way down through the last one. So let's get into it. We'll start off with this team, the Atlanta Dream. Finished in the eighth seed last year. Played the Liberty in the first round. Got swept up out of there. Light work, easy. Got them out of there. Um, these are the players that I believe are going to be protected. Remember, these aren't definites. These are just my predictions. We have Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Jordan Canada, Cheyenne Parker Tyus, Nadia Poch, and Naz Hillman. I will say before I continue that I did get some inspiration from Winsider. They had a sort of a mock draft, and I was able to get all the names of the players that they said were going to be available and whatnot. So salute to Winsider. They do cover the WNBA really, really well. So, looking at the chat, Thunder says, Jay, I got a question. So, what are the playoff formats going to be this year? Just briefly, they're gonna be first round will be still 3 games, but it'll be a 1-1-1 instead of a 2-1 format. So it'll be home, away, home. So the lower seeded team will get at least will get one home game, unlike in years past when it's just been if you steal a game on the road, then you can go home and close it out if you're the lower seed. And then I think they said the final is gonna be best of 7 or something like that. So yeah, that's that. The available players for the Atlanta Dream. Excuse me, Isabel Borlas. I think she was drafted last year. She's still overseas in Australia, I believe it is. Ariel Powers, Letitia Amahir, Maya Caldwell, Mike Carzola, Lorella Kubai, Adi Dur, Ileana Rupier, Haley Jones, and Matilda Villa. So out of these protected players, I think this is it. Nadia Poch was drafted last season. Um, she's still in Australia. I think she's 20 years old at the moment. I think she'll be 21 by the time the season comes around. I watched a couple highlights of her, some gameplay. She has a lot of upside, so that's why I went with her. Um, so these are my protected 6 players for the Atlanta Dream. Out of these available players, looking at who I think Golden State will take, I may say Letitia Amahir. I'll probably go with either Letitia Amahir or like a Lorella Kubai or something like that. I'll probably go with one or the other. What are your thoughts out of these available players, or even a protected player you think that I have there that won't be protected? What are your predictions there? I need to let me pull up a little notepad for myself, so I can take note of all these players that I want to keep. And then I'm gonna just I'll probably make a little list at the end, and then as the draft goes on, I'll see how many I got right. So for Atlanta, I'm gonna say Letitia Amahir. I think Letitia Amahir will be the person selected by the Golden State Valkyries. All right. Any comments, questions, concerns, or any opposing opinions? Let me know in the chat. Donovan says either Letitia Powers, Caldwell, or Kubai. Yeah, in the Winsider list, they had them protecting Powers. I don't think Powers is protect worthy, to be completely honest with you. So that's why I switched her for Nadia Potch. Lab salute. Ileana Rupier will be selected. Yeah, I thought about Ileana as well. A big who can stretch the floor, shoot threes, can work, but just I don't know her commitment to coming back to the W this season and commitments to the French team. I was a little on the fence about that. Um and Maddox said Liberty could go back to back. Yeah, hopefully Maddox, hopefully. All right, so we're gonna leave it here. I see a couple. I'm gonna put slash Kubai because I agree with the Kubai one. But Donovan, I take your comment. Powers or Caldwell or the other options. All right, so that's Atlanta, people. Let's move on down to the next team in the list, the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky, these are my predictions. The protected players, of course, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, Kennedy Carter, Isabel Harrison, Elizabeth Williams, and Michaela Onyenwere. Lab said the French Federation allowed their players to come to the W. Yeah, but I know sometimes with when they have like tournaments or they have like Eurobasket or one of those French tournaments where they need a report for their national team, it gets very dicey. Teams some teams are not as willing to let players go commit to their national team. Like that's what happened with Gabby Williams in Chicago when James Wade was there. She wanted to go play. James Wade was like, "We need players now." It didn't work out, and that relationship sort of disintegrated. RC says, Jay, if a bench player isn't selected to defer right back to the team that left them unprotected, right? Yeah. Yeah, so anybody who that's why I think they didn't want to make it known to the players who was protected and not protected because let's say you tell a player, "Hey, we're not going to protect you in this draft." I mean, it seems like common courtesy, but it seems like, "Hey, like you don't really care about me as a player. Do you cherish these other players better than me?" So I could see why it would create some sort of not I guess you could say resentment or untrust between the player and the organization. So I get both sides. You want to let the player know so they can make arrangements, but at the other end, now if that player has to come back and they probably feel some type of way. So it's an interesting conversation to have there. All right, let's continue, y'all. So these are the players I have protected for Chicago. I'm gonna get to all the comments. I just want to make sure we get through this because we have about 30 minutes left before the actual draft. Um, so on the Winsider list, I think they had Diamond DeShields as a protected player. Let me fix her name. I don't want to disrespect anybody. Diamond, add the D. There we go. So the available players: Dana Evans, Diamond DeShields, Lindsay Allen, Rachel Bana, Maria Conde, Mariah Jefferson, Nicolina Milic, and Brianna Turner. Um, the only person I was a little leery about is Isabel Harrison as well, because they already have Reese, Cardoso, and Elizabeth Williams as three bigs. Right now they don't have any guards. I know they are expecting to get one in the draft, but you also want a veteran guard there. Sorry guys, excuse me. So the only person that I would probably switch off of this list is probably Isabel Harrison. Um, Donovan said it's either Bannum, Jefferson, Evans, or Allen. There are some solid guards, but Bannum is your front runner. I can agree with you there. Miracle, salute. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great holiday as well. Appreciate you and your support as always. Um, so looking at this list now, I'm gonna make a switch. Honestly, I'm gonna make a switch. I'm going to I'm gonna say Lindsay Allen. I'm taking Lindsay Allen, and I'm gonna switch her with Isabel Harrison. I think they won't protect Isabel, to be completely honest with you. Give me a second as I switch this around. Isabel Harrison. Yeah, because they at least want to keep one guard on the team, even if that player will be a backup or tutor to whoever the guard is that they draft. Lisa Salute is coming on ESPN at 6:30 Eastern, so in the next 28-ish minutes or so. So this is my list. Any questions, comments, concerns, disagreements? Let me write down who I think. So I'm gonna put Chicago, and I might agree with Donovan. I'm gonna say Rachel Banham. Rachel Banham. She's a 3-point shooter. Um, I think they'll go with her. Rachel Banham. All right, let's continue to go through these teams. Let me see. Uh, so after Chicago, we got the Connecticut Sun that we were just talking about. Connecticut Sun. Their protected players: Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay Carrington, Marina Mabry, Ty Harris, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, and Layla Lacan. Layla Lacan was drafted in last year's draft. She's still overseas. She's a French guard. I think they'll keep her. Available players: Veronica Burton, Astou Fall, Caitlin Bickle, Abby Sue, and Tiffany Mitchell. Jeez. The player I think they'll take is Veronica Burton. I don't think there's really any argument there. If these are the players that they protect, Veronica Burton's the next best player on this list. Young, feisty guard, really improved her offensive game from what I saw in Connecticut from her time in Dallas, where she didn't get too much. She was really just used as a defensive stalwart, really, in Dallas. Um, I'ma go Veronica Burton. Donovan says Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell, she was dealing with the health issues last season. Um, Hopefully she's gotten over it, but I think they'll probably try to go with youth. Let me see how old Tiffany Mitchell is. Let me do a quick Google search. Tiffany Mitchell, she's 30 years old. She was we the same age. Me and Tiff the same age. 30 years old. Um and let me see how old Veronica Burton is. She went to Northwestern, I know that. Veronica Burton is 24. So just based off youth and being a young team, I'm gonna go Veronica. So let's do Connecticut CT Sun, Veronica Burton. So far I've gone with a center slash forward and then two guards. Thunderhawk says JoJo Buckets from the Liberty would be a great for the Golden State Valkyries. We'll see. Thunder. RC says, Jay, is it a rumor or true that Connecticut are moving to Boston? I don't know how much truth there is to it. I think the Mohegan Sun tribe would want a lot of money to let that team go. Any questions, comments, concerns about or opinions about this Connecticut Sun list? If not, then we'll just continue moving right along. We're about 25 minutes out. Salute to everybody here. We got about 79 of us here. Oh, now it just jumped up to 84. 84 between Twitch and YouTube. Salute to all of y'all. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. This is just in preparation for the expansion draft happening in the next 25 minutes on ESPN. We'll see how right or wrong that I've been. RC agrees with me. Veronica Burton, salute. All right, let's continue. We got a couple more teams to get to in these next minutes. All right, now we're at the Dallas Wings. The Dallas Wings, people. So, my protected players: Arike Agumbawale, Satu Sabali, Maddie Seegers, Tiara McCowan, JC Sheldon, and Kalani Brown. Available players: Carla Late, Jalen Brown, Awak Paige Robinson. Not sure who that is. I can't remember who that is. Lou Lopez Seneschal, Stephanie Soares, and Sevgi Uzun. So as you remember, Natasha Howard is not on this list. She's an unrestricted free agent. She's not under contract to any team. She said, I'm getting out of here. After the tough story that they had, the tough season that they had, last season. So out of this list, I'm going to Walk to be completely honest with you. Hey, mama, what's going on? I'm going to Walk Um, That's if I think Owakuwe stepped away last season due to personal reasons. So if she is coming or definitely coming back, I'm going her. If not, And I mean, like the options aren't really super solid here. You can go with a Jalen Brown who showed flashes in the beginning of last season. Carla Late was drafted last season, I believe. But if the Wings are gonna get Paige Beckers, as we all expect them to do with the first pick, they won't need another lead guard. They probably need a backup that they can probably get in free agency, or they just banking on Sevgi staying or not getting selected. Davey C, salute for the sub, salute. I'm gonna say this is what I'm gonna do for the Wings. I'm gonna say Awak Kuir is my first pick, but I'm not too sure about her stay in the W if she's gonna stay. Awak playing for the French team? I thought Awak was with like Finland or like one of those other teams. I can't remember what nationality Awak Kuir. Forgot what team she played for. Yeah, she plays for Finland, not France. That's why I was like I could have sworn she was playing for Finland. She said it did say she plans to in 20 that was January 2024. A lot could change by then. Yeah, Donovan is finished. So I'm gonna say Awak first, but then my second pick would be Jalen Brown. I'm gonna go Jalen Brown. Hey Emily, the draft. I have the countdown at the top of the screen. The draft starts at 6:30 Eastern, so in the next 22 minutes on ESPN. We're just doing a little mock draft here, or prediction sort of thing here, so we can probably try and estimate what happens here. All right, so I'm gonna stick with that. Owakawir and Jalen Brown as a sort of a backup. All right, let's continue moving on. We got about 21 minutes until the expansion draft, people. Um, so we're just doing a little mock draft here. Let's go on to everybody's favorite team, the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever. So protected players, of course, Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, Nalissa Smith, Lexi Hall, Temi Benley, and Kelsey Mitchell. The available players: Grace Berger, Demiris Dantas, Victoria Saxton, Katie Lou, Christy Wallace, Erica Wheeler. See Cole, no worries, you're good. So I think these are the protected players. I don't think there's really any sort of argument there. Whether Fever fans like Nalissa or not, she's gonna be protected. She may be protected and traded, but she's gonna be protected. Out of the available players, Grace Berger was the first thing that came to mind. I think they would want this indie Golden State Valkyries team would like youth. So I'm going Grace as a number one as my first option, and that's I don't really see anybody else. Erica Wheeler is a free agent, so I don't think she'll get taken with their one free agent pick. Christy Wallace, I don't think they'll take Katie Lou. Victoria hasn't gotten enough play time for me to see anything from her in the past couple years. And Dantas, I don't think they'll take. Liz, salute. What's going on, Liz? Hope all is well. Donovan saying if they need a big Dantas or Katie Lou. Yeah, out of my list, they already have Letitia and possibly a Weir. So I don't know. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put for them. I'm gonna put Grace as my initial pick. Grace Berger, and I'll put Christy Wallace as a backup. Christy Wallace. I know a lot of Fever fans weren't too pleased with Christy at moments, but she's still a serviceable player. When put in the right type of role. All right, man. Time is speeding by as we go through this list. I'm glad we started when I did. All right, so we did the Fever now. Any questions, comments, concerns, other opinions? Put it in the chat. But we gotta keep this train moving. All right, so we got the aces. We got the aces. So This is where breaking news comes in, people. This is where breaking news comes in. Let me make sure I got the right thing up before I'm showing y'all something. So breaking news, breaking news. This was at 4:58 Eastern on the Twitter. Um, Golden State Valkyries will be selecting Kate Martin and Kayla Thornton in the 2025 WNBA expansion draft. The Athletic has learned. So this is so Kate Martin and Kayla Thornton to be taken in the expansion draft. This was released about a little over an hour ago. So I just wanted to make me before I got on stream, I just pulled that up. So that's why this isn't updated. Yeah, that was a spoiler. I was just scrolling on social media and boom, it was leaked. So I have to correct my list. So we already know two players, unfortunately, guys. I didn't I had to let y'all know. So Kate Martin is predicted on good authority, as they like to say, um, to be taken. So that leaves, I'm gonna say Elizabeth Kitley. Elizabeth Kitley. And then I'm gonna put Kate Martin over here where Elizabeth was, all right? So give me a second as I edit all this on the fly. Kate Martin. All right, cool. So these are the protected players now that we have that news. Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Alicia Clark, and Elizabeth Kitley is my choice. Available players: Kia Stokes, Kirsten Bell, Sydney Colson, Queen Egbo, Megan Gustafson, Tiffany Hayes, and Kate Martin. Yeah, Emily. Yeah, it caught me off guard too. I did not expect them not to protect Kate. I thought Kate was the future. It was always preached that they were training Kate to fill in for Alicia Clark or in that same sort of mold of Alicia Clark. But that's how the cookie crumbles. It's business, never personal, as they say. Yeah, Emily Elizabeth Kitley did not get any playing time. She was recovering from that ACL that she suffered back in Virginia her senior. I think it was her senior year, right? College aficionados, correct me if I'm wrong, but she was been rehabbing this whole off season. So that is why I think they see Kia Stokes is no longer the answer. They started to win in spite of her, just not like because of her, and I think that's why they went Elizabeth Kitley. Hopefully, they rehab her to a point where she would be effective in the upcoming season to play alongside Asia Wilson or to supplement or replace Asia Wilson when Asia needs a rest, and they could put Liz in. Yeah, Donovan. Liz is a 6'6" force with a good turnaround. Hopefully, she didn't lose any of that skill during her recovery. But we shall see. So as we already know, as I just told everybody here, Kate Martin. Kate Martin is the one that is um not going to be on the team next season. Let me see. So I can make that yellow. Yep. So Kate Martin is selected. What's up, Maddox says, are the Aces the biggest threat to Liberty? Listen, the teams aren't solidified yet, so I can't say who will be a threat and who will not be a threat. All right, people, we just passed the 15 minute mark until the expansion draft. We just passed the 15-minute mark. Salute to everybody who's just tuning in. We're just doing a little mock prediction here in the lead up to the expansion draft at 6:30. We've gone through a couple teams so far. We're at the Aces. We already know the Valkyries are probably going to take Kate. So we shall move on to the LA Sparks, who have the number 2 pick in the draft. Protected players: Cam Brink, Rakia Jackson, Dearica Hamby, Azare Stevens, Ray Burrell, Julie Alamont are my predicted protected players. Available players: Lexi Brown, Zaya Cook, Kia Nurse, Lee Yuru, Stephanie Talbot, Maria Vadiza, Shanice Swain, Ari McDonald. Oh shoot, I forgot to add Kate Martin to my list. So Aces, Kate Martin. All right, cool. Um, cool. So, any questions or disagreements about this LA team that I protected? That of course Cam Brink. Hopefully she's recovering from that ACL well. Um, Rakia Jackson, of course, Dearica Hamby, breakout year last year. Azare Stevens, Ray Burrell, very good defender and shooter. Julie Alamon, Belgian, didn't come over last year. I think she was recovering from an injury. I don't. She wasn't able to play with the Belgian national team in the Olympics in terms of because she was recovering. So I think having a veteran point guard like a Julie will be solid. Lexi, I don't think Golden State will take her. She's been dealing with the Crohn's disease effects. So I don't think they would risk a pick on that. Zaya Cook could be a name that they could choose. If they unprotect Lee or Rue, I would take Lee or Stephanie to be completely honest with you. I'm looking at Lee and Steph. Um, a nice Lee Rue is a very serviceable big. Stephanie Talbot, more like a guard forward, Australian. She's a little on the older side, if I remember correctly. I think she's probably in her 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look up Stephanie Talbot. Steph Talbot is, yeah, she's 30. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough because I think they would probably want to go youth, but they do need some um, veteran influence in the team as well. Emily, yeah, I'll be streaming the draft. Yep, I'll be streaming it. I won't be putting the actual draft on the screen because ESPN will get me out of here, but I'll be trying to pipe in some audio for us as they announce the picks. Um, Shanice Swain, I've seen a lot about her. I think she's playing overseas right now. She could be somebody they look to capitalize on. I'm not sure. Let me see. Shanice Swain. Um, she was drafted last in 2023. Oh, she's from Australia. Okay. She was born in 2003. Wow, she's only 21 years of age, so she could come over as well. She's 5'9", so she's a little on the short side. So I'm not sure. RC Kayla's not protected. I just I will get to her, but in that same Kate Martin thing, it was announced that she wasn't. Donovan says I'll take Steph Talbot because she's a good role player. Yeah, I mean, looking at everybody I've chosen, I think the oldest player I have here is probably Rachel Banham. But just for the sake of it, I'm gonna put two players here, guys. I'm gonna go Lee Yuru / Steph Talbot. I mean, Zaya Cook could be one as well, but Zaya Cook's bounced around a bit. Ari McDonald. Hmm. She's another one that's interesting. Thunderhawk, the Sparks not letting Cameron go nowhere. Yeah, Swain means they have a lot of guards, and 5'9" doesn't really help you at this point. So I'm gonna go Yuru or Talbot. We'll stick with that one. Dang, we're at the 10-minute mark already. How many teams we got left? One, two, three, four, five. Oh, I put. All right, let's continue. Um, so let's go to the next team. The runner-ups, the Minnesota Lynx. Protected players, of course, Nafisa Collier, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Alana Smith, Courtney Williams, and Dorka Uhas. I put a question mark because I was on the fence about Dorka. Available players: Diamond Miller, Olivia Pupa, Natisha Heidemann, Maisha Hines Allen, Mai Hirsch, Alyssa Pili, Jessica Shepard, Cecilia Zandalicini. All right, so Dorka Uhas was my player I had sort of on the fence. Um, Looking at this list here, I'm not even gonna go through the rest of it. I'm gonna say, according to my list here, Diamond Miller. Diamond Miller will be the one that they select. My second in line would probably be like a Maisha Hines Allen or something like that. But I think they'll go youth here. Diamond Miller had dealing with a little bit of injuries her first couple seasons. Hasn't really um had got enough play time, especially when they brought in Maisha Hines Allen and the way the team was playing. Um, I think I think they'll go Diamond. Lisa, you're right. Diamond, she is injury prone, but the upside is there. I think they'll probably look at that upside and go for her. Xander Lassini, that was another one I sort of thought of, but I was thinking, will she come over to play with any other team? besides Minnesota. I think she's only played for Minnesota. Donovan said I would not take Diamond at all. Um, Daniel says Alyssa Pili. I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Pili. I mean, she didn't. I mean, she had a couple great moments in like garbage time, but I don't know. Yeah, Diamond Miller or Shepard. Jessica Shepard killing overseas. I wouldn't be surprised if they took her. That's gonna be my second option, Jessica Shepard. So Diamond Miller or Jessica Shepard, because we already. I'm gonna put a list up all the names at the close to the end. But we got 8 minutes left. I want to get through the rest of these teams, and then we can go back and take some looks. The Liberty. This one hurts, y'all. This one hurts. I already I'm gonna show it after this, but protected players Sabrina Ionescu, Brienne. Oh, I messed up my own player's name. One moment, please. Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, Leonie Fibich, Niara Sabali, and Benijah Laney Hamilton. Look at all the players the Liberty have available. Raquel Carrera, they drafted. Marquisha Davis, they drafted. Caitlin Davis, they drafted. Ivana Dojkic, Marine Johannes, JoJo Buckets, Jalen Sherrod, they picked up. Han Shu, Marine Fatho, Courtney Vandersloot, Rebecca Gardner, they traded for last year, and Kayla Thornton. But for those who are just joining, I released the breaking news. Golden State Valkyries will be selecting Kate Martin and Kayla Thornton, according to The Athletic. Yeah, this one hurt. I sort of knew this was coming, to be completely honest with you, but it still hurts nonetheless. Um, so we don't even need to go through this list. All my analysis was predicting Kayla Thornton this whole time, so it's not really a shocker to me, unfortunately. Salute Kayla as she goes cross country over there to San Francisco. Does Kayla want to leave New York? I mean, it's not what you want to do; it's what the job requires. It's what the job requires, unfortunately. All right, so let's continue to move on. We got about 6.5 minutes. Let's go to the Mercury. Mercury, the protected players: Natasha Cloud, Kalia Copper, Rebecca Allen, Sophie Cunningham, Natasha Mack, Celeste Taylor. Available players: Amy Atwell, Dinah Taurasi, Monique Billings, Charisma Osborne, Clara Lundquist, Micaiah Herbert Harrigan. Um, RC says, do you think either one starts? Jay, Kayla, or Kate? Um, yeah, I think they both would start. I think they both would start. Possibly. I think they both would. Honestly, Marine would be a better option for the Valkyries. I mean, she's exciting, but that's if she wants to. I mean, that's if she wants to come over. That's another thing. I know she's only played for the Liberty in all the years she's been here, so it depends on what she wants to do. But let's speed through this. We have 5.5 minutes. Um, the Mercury there, they don't have too many options. I didn't protect Diana because Diana has been threatening retirement. She could just say, "If y'all take me, I'm out of here." Um, if I had to choose somebody, I would say Mo Billings. I would say Mo Billings. Kayla Thornton. So for the Mercury, I'm gonna say Mo Billings. Mo Billings was playing on hardship contracts all last year. She had a lot of great games, a lot of energy from Mo Billings. So salute Mo. I think she gets picked up here. All right, we got 5 minutes. Let me go through this. Hannah said if smart, they draft best overall player regardless of position or constructing a complete team, then trade away for best return. That's a good opinion there. I can't I can't agree with that. Donovan, salute. I did not. Oh yeah, Mo is an unrestricted free agent. They wouldn't waste their thing on her. So no Mo Billings. I'm a. I'm actually gonna leave this blank. Mercury, but Kiki Herbert Harrigan, salute. I forgot Mo was a unrestricted free agent. They wouldn't waste that on her. No offense to Mo. All right, continuing with the Storm, we got Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins Smith, Ezzy Magbagor, Jordan Horston, Gabby Williams, Nika Mule. Available: Mackenzie Holmes, Joyner Holmes, Mercedes Russell, Sammy Whitcomb, Victoria Vivians. I think Mercedes is a unrestricted free agent. Um, Now Jewel wants to get traded. Nika's dealing with the ACL injury. And slim pickings over here, honestly. Slim pickings. If they had to choose somebody, probably Victoria Vivian's. Yeah, Donovan. Yeah, like if I had to choose, I would say Vivian's, but I honestly think they'd probably be like, we're good and keep it pushing. So I'm gonna agree with you there. I think they'll leave that and try to find somebody in free agency. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna put a question mark there for those two. Yeah, Seattle. Yeah, they got a lot going on as they talked about. Are they all unrestricted free agents? See, I haven't even looked at their contracts yet. They can keep them all. Let's go to the last one. We have 3 minutes. Sorry, I'm rushing through it, but I just want to make sure we get to everything. All right, protected players for the Mystics: Atkins, Edwards, Engsler, Carly Samuelson, Brittany Sykes, Shakira Austin. Available. Remember, they still have Elena. She sat out. Stephanie Dolson, Sika Kone, Lee Mung, Shug Sutton, Van Loo, Shatori Walker Kimbrough, Bernadette Hattar, Nostra Classes. I don't even know how to say that name. Alarcon and Jade Melvin. Um, what are y'all thoughts on this? What are y'all thoughts on this? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I am gonna start a poll about something else right now about Jewel Lloyd. Does Jewel Lloyd get traded tonight? Yes or no? Oh, let me fix this. Does Jewel Lloyd get traded tonight? Start poll. All right, let me get my TV ready to watch whatever on ESPN live. Ooh. 1 second, guys. As I before I read your comments, I just want to make sure I don't miss a moment of it. Salute to everybody who's been tuned in. Hey, where's my ESPN? Oh, I'm already on ESPN. I'm tripping. Dolson and Deldon, Mike Dog says, Stephanie for sure. Emily says maybe Jade or Walker Kimbrough. Donovan, you have a better idea of the contracts than I do. I haven't looked at the contracts too deep. But I was thinking, um, Devar says Van Loo protected. You think so? Who do you take off who do you take off my list here? Emily? Emily came on strong last year. I don't know. I don't know. But my initial thought um was Steph Dolson. So I'm gonna put two there. I'm gonna put Steph Dolson and Shatori. Thunderhawk says, so was that right about Marine going to the Golden State Valkyries? We'll find out. I'm refreshing on Twitter to make sure I don't miss any spoilers. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but if I get spoiled, I gotta spoil y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. There haven't been any more leaks so far. There haven't been any more leaks. RC said Mystics got too many players. Oh, Devar says Emily off. Okay. Bye, Elena. All right. All right, cool. So that's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to let me go to this screen. So we are about 15 seconds away. I think the broadcast is about to start. Let me just make a quick add all these names in that we talked about, and then we can keep track of who I think. Let me paste this in here. Why you are you? Don't mind if I have let me turn the volume up so I can keep track of what's happening. All right, y'all. We're starting, y'all. We are starting. I can't play I'm gonna play the audio for the picks only. I can't play too much because ESPN will get me out of here. They're really a stickler if you're um why if you're like playing their content. So I gotta be very, very careful. All right, let me see how this looks. Oh no, I gotta fix this. I gotta shrink the font on this. Give me a moment, guys. I'm just trying to get. All right, cool. They're gonna be playing at the at the Golden State Warriors facility at the Chase Center. That's where they're going to be playing. I think they have a practice facility out in Oakland in the old Warriors practice facility out there. So that's where it's going to be. All right. Um so this is it right now. They're just it's L Duncan, Andrea Carter, and Rebecca Lobo here that's going to be doing this. I will be piping in the audio as soon as they start talking about things meaningful. So don't curse me out. I'm sorry. I don't want to get my channel out of here. I already got a warning earlier this year, so I'm being very cautious with what I do. Let me just get another box ready um, for that team. All right, so the bottom list is my predictions. The bottom list is my predictions, people. And Cameron says Veronica Burton over Nelson Adota. Yeah, I think they go Veronica, honestly. But Nelson Adota isn't a bad pick at all. Remember, guys, this is only a 30-minute broadcast, so they're not going to just be like, all right, guys, well, thanks for coming. And the picks are, they're going to drag this out as much as possible to fill up the 30-minute time slot. All right, let me see if I can. All right, let me see what I could do here. Yeah, this is all right. So they're talking about basically the history of it. This is the first draft since 2008, people. The first expansion draft since 2008. So I think they're using some of the. All right, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can just pipe this in a little bit.
They get to select one player from each team.
Tell me if you guys can hear this.
But first, each team gets to protect 6 players on their roster. After that, the rest, they're fair game. It's basically the Hunger Games. This includes players who are set to be unrestricted free agents entering the 2025 season. But of those players, they can
Hope you
also
guys can
only
hear
select
that.
one.
I'm gonna just talk
And don't forget, y'all, if you love your squad, you can negotiate a deal by giving up draft rights or picks to ensure that the Valkyries do not touch your team. So expect the unexpected as the WNBA expands to the Bay.
All right. I hope you guys could hear that. Let me know if you guys could. Looks like Shanae Agumake is there with Natalie Nakase. They have a 2-minute countdown until the Valkyries reveal their draft picks. So we have 2 minutes until we find out what players will be moving on. Natalie Nakase, ex-assistant coach of the Las Vegas Aces. They are at SF MoMA in San Francisco, California. I see E40 there in the background. They Natalie says she wants her teams to shoot a lot of threes. They got to be ultra competitive. That's one of her non-negotiables. They have to be high character players. That's her second non-negotiable. They have to have a never satisfied mindset is her third one. All right, y'all. We got 2 minutes. Oh, they took the little counter off. So we probably got about a minute, y'all. We got about a minute. Before the draft, I'm gonna end that poll. So make sure you fill in the poll. Does Jewel Lloyd get traded tonight? Where's my stuff? All right, cool. So that works. All right. They just talk about other stuff right now. She talk about her time in Las Vegas and whatnot. I'm excited, y'all. I am excited. I want to see who they really take or who gets traded and not whatnot. All right, I'm gonna end this poll. Get your options in. As soon as they start announcing, I'm going to end the poll. Lab says I want Jewel to come back to Chicago. We'll see if they try and wheel and deal something here. All right, I'm ending this poll. Ending the poll, y'all. It's- all right, poll ended. I need 58% of y'all say yes. Maddox said, "Will the Liberty be better without Kayla next season?" It depends. I don't know. Kayla's a big part of our defense, so let's see, y'all.
The Golden State Valkyries select center Ileana Rupert.
Oh, somebody predicted Ileana Rupier. Salute to you.
From the Chicago
Ileana
Sky, the
Rupier.
Golden State Valkyries select forward Maria Conde.
Maria Conde. So I'm wrong. I'm wrong already.
From the Connecticut Sun, the Golden State Valkyries select guard Veronica Burton.
I was right on that one, y'all. I was right. Veronica Burton.
From the Dallas Wings, the Golden State Valkyries select guard Carla Late.
Carla Late. What team was she on?
Right, there we go. We have our
Oh, so Ileana Rupier from Atlanta, Maria Conde from the Chicago Sky. Then we have Veronica Burton and Carla Late. So I went 1 for 4 there, y'all. I went 1 for 4. I'm updating as we go. So Maria Conde and Carla Late. So I went 1 for 4. I went 1 for 4. Salute to the person who got Ileana Rupier. Salute to the person who got Ileana Rupier. So they took a break now, guys. They took a break. So you're not missing anything. Wow, 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 guys. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Wow. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Let me put this up here so you guys can keep track. Let me make another text box so you guys can know these are the actual ones that are. I'm gonna put these in green so you guys can know that's legit. Also E40 is gonna do the next couple picks. That's a nice twist to it. And they go into commercial now, so you're not missing anything, y'all. There we go. So I'm gonna put my picks here so you guys know what's mine and what's not mine. Let me change the color so you guys don't get confused as well. Salute to everybody here. This is interesting. I've never experienced the expansion draft in the W, so this is new to me as well. But this is pretty cool so far. Oh, I don't even need to put something here. Save. Let's delete that. Cool. All right, so we good. Lab says they're all international. That's crazy. Yeah. Besides Veronica, yeah, Ileana Rupier, French. Maria Conde, I think is Maria Conde Spanish? I think she's Spanish, or she might be Australian. I can't remember. That's two different parts of the world, Jay. Come on, get Maria Conde. Conde is, yeah, she's Spanish. I was right. Maria Conde. Then you got Veronica Burton and Carla Late is, I think, Australian. Carla Late. Or is she French? I can't remember. Yeah, she's French. Carla is French. Thanks. Thank you. When did they announce Kate Martin? Kate Martin was already predicted, Destiny. It was leaked that Kate Martin and Kayla Thornton, from both the Aces and the Liberty respectively, were going to be selected. So I just have Kate Martin there already. I didn't delete. My bad. Let me fix the one at the bottom about Shatori Walker and Steph Dolson. I don't know that one yet. I thought I did that one. Let me put Kayla Thornton's name back here. Kayla Thornton. Save. All right, there we go. All right, we're still in commercial, y'all. We're still in commercial. Thunderhawk. I'm scrolling back to look at people's comments. Veronica Burton played at Northwestern, was drafted to Dallas, I believe. Was played in with the Wings for a couple years. Was traded to the Connecticut Sun, where she started to play much better offensively. And yeah, so Ileana Rupier is a center/forward. Conde, what position does Conde play? Let me see what she plays. Uh, Let me see. Anybody knows what? Oh, I'm looking at Carla. Carla, what does Carla play? Carla's 5'9", so she's a guard. So Carla Late is a guard. Maria Conde, let me see. Maria Conde, she's 27 years old, 6'1", so she's probably like a guard forward. Guard forward for Maria Conde. Yeah, RC, they pre-selected everyone, so I think everything was pre-selected and now they're just announcing it. It's not like they're doing it like live like that. So I think that everything was solidified probably yesterday or earlier today, and now they're actually going to say it. Guys, we're still in commercial. Remember, just like the draft lottery, they're gonna drag this out for as long as they possibly can. What's up, J Lex? How we feeling? Just joined. You can see my predictions at the bottom. What they actually chose at the top. Kate Martin and Kayla Thornton was predicted before. I'm gonna put a question mark so people don't get confused as they're joining. Salute Thunderhawk, appreciate you. Salute. Thanks for everybody joining. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We do a lot of WNBA live coverage here on the show. Whenever there's any big events, I'll be on streaming. Salute, Mike Dog. Salute for the sub. Appreciate you. So we have a French woman, a Spain woman, an American, and a French woman, another French woman. So we have 2 people from France here on the team. So that's how we're looking so far. They're talking about the Valkyries' notable games. They play the Sparks on the home opener, May 16th. They play the Liberty on May 27th. Play the Aces on June 7th. And they play the Fever on June 19th. All right, here we go.
Beloved Bay Area rapper E40.
The Golden State Valkyries select center Timmy Fogbenlay.
Oh, Temmy's out of here, y'all. Temmy Fogbenlay.
From the Las Vegas Aces,
Let's go.
the Golden State Valkyries select guard Kate Martin.
Oh, Kate Martin, as we predicted.
From the
Salute
Los
for the
Angeles
sub, Leo.
Sparks, the Golden State Valkyries select forward Stephanie Talbot.
Oh, we said Steph Talbot. We was sort of right on that one.
And from the Minnesota Lynx, the Golden State Valkyries select forward Cecilia Zandalicini.
Oh, somebody said Cecilia Zandalicini. Wow.
Okay, first of all, E40.
Salute to y'all. Whoever says
Well done,
Zandalicini,
sir.
salute.
But there it is, the next 4 names to be revealed, and I'm going to be honest.
Holy smokes. Let me mute that. Fact Bentley out of here, guys. So out of those next 4, I went another 1 for 4. Well, Kate Martin doesn't count because we knew. But I went another 1 for 4, y'all. So I'm 2 for 8 right now. That's terrible percentage. Holy smokes. Somebody's happy Bantam didn't get taken. Yeah, Don, they took Fact Bentley. Rachel shocked. Oh, snap. Temmy gone. Temmy gone. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Donovan, salute to you. You said Xander Lassini. I didn't expect them to take her, but now that I know Natalie wants to focus on 3-point shooting, it makes sense. Steph Talbot, I sort of had a feeling about Steph Talbot. Everybody's shocked Temmy got taken. Wow. they must have protected Grace, which is awesome, or they just didn't want Grace. It's so you don't know if they protected her or they just didn't want her. It's one of those. Yeah, you did. You did say Xander Lucini was out the door. You were absolutely right. They're saying Fag Benley 51% field goal percentage off of Caitlin Clark's passes. So that's gonna be an adjustment for Caitlin. She's losing her partner who ran the floor. Fag Benley was always up and down with Caitlin, receiving those bounce passes and finishing around the basket. Wow. I see a lot of Temi supporters here. A lot of Temi supporters here. No, I'm Robin. I'm just saying what the broadcast said. I'm just relaying the message. Oh shoot. Listen, I already know who my team taking, so I'm stress free now. Unfortunately, they taking Kayla, so it is what it is. Cheers. I mean, she is leaning into the 3-point shooting. Ileana Rupier, shooter. Burton becoming a better shooter. I'm not too sure about Maria Conde and Carla. Fag Bentley's not a shooter, but Kate Martin, Steph Talbot, Xander Lucini, all shooters. So they really gonna be shooting threes. So you better come ready to guard that 3-point line in Golden State. Emily said hurting over Kate. Yeah, I thought she would be protected, but once the news leaked, I was sort of shocked. It took the shock away. Wow. GSV really leaning into the 3-point shooting. I'm just setting out a tweet right quick, y'all. My bad. Wow, 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 y'all. Wow, wow, wow. All right, they're going to commercial again. They are going to commercial again, so you're not missing a thing, y'all. You are not missing a thing. Lab says to give you an example, Carla's like Baby Johannes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Was not familiar with her game. Temi may have wanted to go, bummer, but Kelly will have to find us a solution in free agency. Yeah. Tom says I like Temi, but she's injury prone. As much as I didn't like it, I think it was a smart move by the Fever. I think her and Kate will work well together. Okay, I respect that, Tom. Somebody looking at the other side of the coin there. RC said, I guess you could say Aces already did Kate Martin a solid by making her unexpected WNBA come true. Yeah, I guess you could say that. You could look at it in a positive light like that. You could definitely look at it positively like that. I will say that out of the people that I protected, nobody's been taken yet. So I guess I'm 100% on that. I mean, it's much easier to guess who will be protected than who won't be. But out of everybody I said would be protected, they've been protected. Yeah, everybody's talking about Temi's ability to run the floor. All right, y'all, we got about 10 minutes left of this televised special. I don't know. They'll probably just wait for the last 5 minutes or so. It doesn't take long to read 4 names. They've already done 8. There's 4 more to go. Thunderhawk said if they keep stiff, they are. I guess you're trying to say doomed. I don't believe so. I mean, but they had to protect her. She's too valuable. She's too valuable a piece just to let go. And so they're probably gonna trade her, but I don't think they were planning on not protecting her at all. You can definitely get something for an Alyssa Smith rather than letting her just walk for free. No matter your feelings like about her. Still in commercial, y'all. Salute to everybody who's here. Leave a like, subscribe. This is the first expansion draft for the W since 2008 with the Atlanta Dream. We've already announced 8 of the players who are being picked up by the Golden State Valkyries. So we have Ileana Rupier, Maria Conde, Veronica Burton, Carla Late, Temi Fagbenle, Kate Martin, Steph Talbot, Cecilia Zandalicini. And I have a question mark by Kayla Thornton because it was already announced that it was already leaked that they're going to take her. So if we're looking at nationalities, we got one, two, three, four, 5, 6 international players. The only players from the USA are Veronica Burton and Kate Martin. Zandalicini, I think, is from Italy. Fagbenle is from the UK, from Great Britain. Carla Late is from France, as well as Ileana Rupier. Maria Conde is from Spain. Yeah, Maria Conde is from Spain. Thunderhawk Griesberger, probably not protected, but probably just not selected by the Golden State Valkyries. See, that's the thing. You don't know whether a player was protected or not when they don't actually release the list, which I guess is good. Labs that they trying to remake Spurs 2014. I hear that. Just surround you get a bunch of international players that can shoot and hoop. All right, they just came back to the broadcast. They're going through sort of the timeline of the 2024 season. Liberty winning the chip. Natalie Nakase being hired by the Golden State Valkyries. The Wings winning the draft lottery. So it's Dallas 1, LA 2, Chicago 3, Washington 4, and the Golden State Valkyries will have the 5th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft in April. All right, hold on. Baron Davis doing this.
From the New York Liberty, the Golden State Valkyries select forward Kayla Thornton.
As predicted, Kayla Thornton.
From the Phoenix Mercury, the Golden State Valkyries select forward Monique Billing. Go Bruins.
I told y'all, Monique Billings. I did say that. Remember?
From the
and
Seattle
somebody said she was a
Storm,
free agent.
the Golden State Valkyries made no selection.
Oh, well, we were right on that one. Everybody laughed in the crowd.
From the Washington Mystics,
for no selection.
the Golden State Valkyries select guard Julie Van Loo.
Oh, salute to the person that said Van Loo. Salute. I think it was DeVar. I think it was somebody said Van Loo. We were right about the Storm. The Mercury, they actually took Mo Billings. That was my prediction initially. Damn, Kayla gone though. It's true. It's true. They really chose a bunch of shooters though, y'all. They really chose a bunch of shooters. Oh man. They did take Mo. Robin, why didn't they choose anybody from the Storm? They got a lot going on right now. They got a lot going on right now. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of them are free agents as well, and not nobody that they wanted. Wow. Oh, they talking to Kate. Let me. I think I could pipe this one
Campaign
in
and
for you
joined
guys.
the Aces, which you could say is like the penthouse.
They
And
have
now
Kate
you're
on
going to be
video
joining
call right now.
essentially a new franchise as they have a new build from the ground up. How do you feel?
I'm really excited. This league is all about opportunity, and you just need one shot, right? And I am very thankful for the Aces and everything I got to learn there, but I'm really excited for this new beginning and to build something from the ground up here with the Valkyries.
You played for Coach Nakase
Why is
last year
Kate
in
wearing
Vegas.
these
What
cheap,
can you tell your new
these cheap
teammates to expect
ear
playing
pods
for her?
with the wire? That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Nakase is somebody you're going to want to run through a brick wall for. She's a truth teller. She's going to be honest with you, but she matches that with love and support 100%.
And the good thing is Kate has played for Coach Nakase already, so they have a rapport there.
We got to build a relationship in Las Vegas, and we get to continue that in San Francisco.
It also
All
says
right.
a lot, Kate.
I'm gonna mute this for a second before ESPN get me out of here. What is your focus been going into your second
honestly,
year? Is
my
the question.
focus has just been getting better. I mean, all around. Like, I had a decent rookie season, but I just know something that's really cool about me is that my ceiling is very high. So I have a lot of room to grow. Always working on my shot, always working on being quicker, but really being able to handle the ball
Yeah.
a little bit more and freedom of my
Yeah,
feet
she
and
might be a
defense.
starter. She's definitely
I
gonna
know
be a
Coach
starter, Kate
Nakase
Martin.
hangs her hat on defense, and I want to be able to be somebody who can, be locked down the
Jay, if
number one,
Nika
number
Mule was
two
healthy, they
option
might have
on the other
stole her. Yeah,
teams.
they might
You
have
know,
stole her.
earlier in the show, she talked a little bit about what she's looking for at
Ivan
the
says
core of the
likely to
players
try
that
and
are going
get
to be on this
Jewel, who
team, and you
wants to
embody
leave.
certainly all of those things, Kate Martin. So we
Yeah, all right.
appreciate you.
So
I'm trying to
salute
get
to
this
the people who
catchphrase.
said the people who said no on the Jewel Lloyd trade tonight were correct. I thought they were trying and what you call it. Bonnie says thanks for covering this. I had to sub as I'm too cheap to buy crap ESPN. So nah, I hear that, bro. I hear it. I hear it. No problem. I appreciate the sub. Salute, salute. All right, y'all. So we have it all here. We have it all here. They're just gonna do some more chats. The Valkyries will continue building roster through free agency and the WNBA draft. So they didn't want to take all the players that they chose now because then they wouldn't have a spot probably for the drafted player that they get. They have the 5th overall pick in each round. There's 3 rounds in the WNBA draft, and they have the 5th selection in each round. They have the notable free agents here on the screen. Brianna Stewart, who will probably get cored. Kelsey Mitchell, who will probably get cored. Kay Plum, who will probably get cored. Ogumake and Neka Ogumake, excuse me, and Alyssa Thomas. So no trades, Bonnie. No trades have been made. I don't think they'll shock us with 3 minutes left that a trade has been made, but no trades have been made tonight. RC said Kate Martin living the good life. Vegas to San Francisco. Destiny, no problem. Thanks for tuning in. Donovan says they probably would have protected Nika because they wouldn't have to protect Neka. Correct. Yeah, they really have a bunch of international players on this team. Tom says there's some smart moves here. Kate can also play some defense. I'm glad she got out of Vegas. She's a team player on a team that didn't respect her. It's definitely gonna be a sellout when they come to town with the Kate Martin love, there. So let's go over that roster one more time. So we have Ileana Rupier, who's like a center. Maria Conde, I think, is more like a guard forward. Veronica Burton's a guard. Carla Late is a guard. Fag Bentley is more like a forward center. Kate Martin, guard forward. Steph Talbot, more like a guard forward as well. Xander Lassini, a guard forward. Kayla Thornton, guard forward. Mo Billings was like a forward center. Nobody from the store, and Julie Van Loo is like a guard. All right, y'all. So that is that. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts? Let me know. Keita says we love Kate, man. Why don't Becky stop playing with her? Listen, man. I guess she had higher priorities. Higher priorities over there in Sin City. Bonnie says I'm feeling good about losing Tammy. Was painful, but I trust our boss Kelly. That lady has it going on. Hopefully for y'all's sake she does. Hopefully for y'all's sake she does. But they really went shooter heavy. Van Loo a shooter. Kayla Thornton a shooter. Man, everybody a shooter besides like Mo Billings and Fag Benley. I think Fag Benley could shoot a tiny bit. Veronica Burton getting better. But a bunch of shooters and international players. Yeah, Bernie, it sucks my Liberty lost Kayla. It really does. Northern Lights said I wanted Lee. Yeah, I thought I had predicted Lee as one of my other. It was between Lee and Steph. Was the thing. Stewie tweeted out, "They got a dog. We love you, KT." Um, yeah, it's tough. I miss Kayla. All right, so the broadcast is ending now. I'm trying to just look if I see any tweets online. That's funny. They put no selection up there. That is actually hilarious. They really just passed. Oh man. Dang, I'm surprised they didn't post like somebody didn't take a screenshot and post to everybody so I could post it up here for y'all. Okay. I mean, I still have it here. Oh, this is a better thing. I'm gonna put up an image for you guys in a second once I save it. Oh, actually, I could just do it on Twitter. What am I doing? I'm tripping, y'all. Let me see if I can find that tweet. Let me bookmark it so I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. Where's my browser? I'm tripping. There we go. Bookmarks. There we go. All right, so I hope you guys can see that. Gina says, "I'm so glad Kate got out of Vegas." Jay Lex said, "Definitely a lot of good players. I just can't wait for this first game." Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Liz says, "Sorry to see K2, but yeah, Golden State a lot of shooting over there in San Francisco. I mean, you know what they do in that building. There are a bunch of shooters in there. But this is the list according to their contract things as well. Ileana Rupier had a suspended contract because she opted to play with the French national team last season. You got Maria Conde. Her contract was suspended as well. I don't think she's reported over to the WNBA yet. Veronica Burton, reserved free agent, rookie scale contract for Carla Late. Temi Fag Benley, restricted free agent. Salute Derek for the sub. Appreciate you. Kate Martin, a guard, 3-year rookie scale contract. Stephanie Talbot on a 1-year deal. Xander Lassini, reserved free agent. Kayla Thornton on a 1-year, $100,000 deal. Mo Billings, I guess that's the person they took with their unrestricted free agency. Nobody from the Storm, and Julie Van Loo. So it took a lot of reserved free agents, and they only have 2 players who have like expiring deals. Stephanie Talbot and Kayla Thornton. Ivan says it wasn't that Vegas didn't respect Kate Martin. Vegas before Kate came starting their starting 90% of the game. Then Alicia Clark and Raquano. Yeah, that's true. J Lex, who would I add or remove? Listen, I had my prediction. Let me put my list back. Oh, no, not it. I had my prediction. But it didn't come through. I think if I go through the list here, I had Veronica Burton. I mean, we knew about Kate and Kayla. I had Steph Talbot. I got the Storm picking nobody right. So I only got 3 out of the 12 right, man. And that's terrible. My shooting percentage is off. The Mercury, I did say Mo Billings at first, but I don't know. I reneged on that. So I'm gonna give myself 4. I did say Mo Billings. So 1, 2. I got 4 out of 12. It's not really good. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody tuning in for this coverage of the Golden State Valkyries expansion draft. This was my first expansion draft I actually remember and experienced. And I'm glad you guys were here to experience with me as well. If I don't have another stream before the Christmas holiday, enjoy your holiday. Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord. I'll be in the Discord chatting about WNBA stuff as the news comes out as well. The link is at the bottom of the screen, and it's also in the description as well. You can follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. Follow me on all those socials, and we can continue to talk about the WNBA as we lead up to free agency, which starts towards the end of January. There's also 2 teams that are looking for coaches still. The Wizards, the Mystics and the Wings. Those are the last 2 teams looking for coaches. So we shall see what happens here. Liz, salute. Appreciate you guys. I gotta get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, the rest of your weekend, and we'll see each other soon. Salute.